Hello everybody, it's Wendy, and today we are going to make a complete set, a necklace, earrings, and bracelet from products using GGC's treasure bag. So this was GGC's latest treasure bag, and the thing with the treasure bag that you have to know is that they sell out really, really fast. So if you would like to be put on the waiting list or the notification list for when she puts out another one, I will link everything in the description box below this video and you can check that out. It is a fantastic bag. They are full strands of beads. I mean, you get so much in this. Well, look right here. So I'll link my unboxing too, but look at all these beads. And I've already made a necklace and an entire another set coming up here and still have all this left. Okay, so it's a huge amount of things. But yeah, they do sell out like within hours of her posting. They sell out, so you have to really be on the ball. But anyway, I will link it in the description box below. So let's start out with our encouraging word for today. It is 2 Corinthians 5:7. This is one of my favorite all-time scriptures. I will walk by faith even when I cannot see. And that's a good way to live. Okay, so if you want to make this, here's what you're going to need. So this beautiful... Look at this pendant that was in there. I thought this was so pretty. And we're going to make a Y necklace using this pendant. So you're going to need the pendant. Now you can use, if you don't have these specific things, you can use anything you've got. This is just a design idea. You can use any pendant that you have. These are little 6mm English cut crystals. Now these little rondelles here did not come in the bag this month. I pulled these out of my stash just because they matched so well with this butterfly. But you could use any. These are little 4mm rondelles. You could use anything. You could use clear. You could use even 4mm spacer beads in gold. You could use whatever. So, you know, I just pulled those out because they matched so well with that, and I really liked the idea of putting those together. And then you're going to need, she had these beautiful ceramic beads in the bag, and you're going to need all of them, every one that was in there. We're going to use them. I have pulled a couple of toggle clasps from my own stash, so one for the necklace and one for the bracelet. I have got some eye pins. You're going to need a bunch of eye pins. We're making a bunch of links. This is a smaller one. It's about 1 inch, and those work fine for this link that we're going to make. We are going to make one bigger link, and so you'll need a longer eye pin for this one. But for your all of the other ones that we're doing for the bracelet and necklace and the earring, you'll just need a small, like a 1 inch, okay? I have one 12mm ring. This is actually an open jump ring. I would rather not have had a jump ring. I would rather have had a closed ring, but I didn't have one that matched this gold, so we're using that. I have got a bunch of tiny, these are 4mm jump rings. Those are optional. You don't have to have those. You can just hook your links together, but I like to hook them together with jump rings. It's just a thing with me. We are using 4 of these little butterflies that were in the bag, and they are center drilled. Okay, now if you don't have the butterflies, you could use a bead, you could use anything, but I'm using the butterflies. I have got 4, these are 8mm jump rings, and you have to have an 8mm at least to do this, because we are going to put them through the center of the butterfly, okay, on the bracelet and the earrings. I have 2 lever back ear wires for the earrings, and I have some little, what are these? Bead caps. These are little bead caps. They're like 6mm, they're tiny, and we're just going to be using them on the ends of these barrel beads, okay? And you need a bunch of them. Well, not a whole lot of bunch. We've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 of the barrel beads, so you need 20 bead caps. And you can use any bead caps you have, or you don't have to use any bead caps. It's totally up to you. Okay. I think that's everything. And your jewelry tools, of course. And I think that's everything. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I did is I made this. Let me move these out of the way for a minute. And I've gone ahead and done a lot of this because it would have taken me forever to do this on video. So I'm just going to show you how I put these together, and then we'll put the things together. It's not going to be long. So I've got my butterfly here, and I want to use this link. And I took the green, the English cut crystals, my little rondelles, bead cap, ceramic bead, bead cap, little rondelle, and English cut crystal on an eye pin, and just made a link. Okay, now we are going to need a jump ring to attach this with, and I didn't get one. I don't think those little tiny ones will work. Probably going to have a 6mm for that. So let me get a 6mm jump ring out. Those little 4mm ones, I don't think will do that, and I don't want to use the 8mm ones. Okay. All right. So this is going to be our Y, our dangle part down from the Y. So let me show you how I make my links. So with this link or the small links, which we're going to be making, we're going to do this type of small link and this type of small link. Okay, so we've got this one that's just the bead caps and the ceramic bead. We've got this one that's the rondelle, the English cut crystal, and the rondelle. And the only one that we made bigger was this one that's going to hang this way. For all the other ones, this is how I do it. Okay, so I take my eye pin. Let me come in a little closer. Well, there we go. Didn't want to let me. Okay, so I take my eye pin and I put on my rondelle, my crystal, and my rondelle. Just like this. Then I'm going to take my pliers. And I'm going to go as close to this bead as I can get without cracking it. But right above this bead. I mean, I want it to be... I don't want there to be any extra space in there, right above that bead. And then I'm going to come about my finger's width and trim it off. And it's very short, see that? And that's how I like it. I like them to be tiny loops, okay? And I'm going to take my round nose pliers, and close to the bottom, I'm coming up just a little bit from the bottom. And I'm just going to roll this loop back. Okay, and that is how I make my loop. Now, if you need to rewind and watch that again, you absolutely can, but I've already made all my other, except for this one earring, so I'll show you again when we do the earring. But that's what you're going to need. So you're going to need, and I will tell you exactly how many. You're going to need this one long one, okay? Then you're going to need 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24 of these for the necklace. Okay, so here's what we've got so far. We have our clasp, we have our ring, and you're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm like, why are there only 5? 6 of these, the ceramic ones. Okay, so 24 of these, 6 of these, 1 of these long ones. This is your necklace right here. Your bracelet. Okay, let me scoot these out of the way, and I'll show you what you're going to need for your bracelet, because all of your links are basically the same, so you can just make them all. Now, I have a small wrist, and so I don't need quite as many links as some people. If you have a larger wrist, you're obviously going to need more links, so you'll just have to figure that out on your own. But there's plenty of beads left. All these beads right here are left over, so... I mean, you should have, no matter how big your wrist is, you should be able to make plenty. You should have plenty of beads if you're using this bag. Okay, so I've got 1 of the ceramic ones, the same toggle that I'm using in my necklace, the 2 8mm jump rings, the 2 butterfly beads from the bag, and 2, 4, 6, 8 of these little links. Now, I'm not sure I'll use all these. I may just use 6. We'll see when I get them hooked together, how long it ends up being. But with this being a toggle, I don't want it to be too loose on me So we'll have to check that out in a minute. So 8, 1, okay? And that's your bracelet. And then for your earrings, we're going to do the link a little bit different for the earrings. So this is how we're going to do it. The rondelle, bead cap, ceramic bead, bead cap, rondelle. And then our butterfly is going to hang on the bottom. So this is the earring. And so we'll need to make 2 of these links, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and get started with the necklace. Let me go back out a little so we can see what we're doing. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to take our little butterfly and we're going to hook it right onto this link right here with our jump ring. I think this jump ring will work. If I have to go bigger, I can, but we'll see. So I'm just opening that up. I'm going to put it right through this bail. This has a really pretty bail already on it. And hook our link right to it. Come on now. Don't give me problems. Okay, and close it right up. So once you get all your links made, this necklace is going to come together very fast. That's the main part, is making the links. Okay, so let's see if this is going to, yeah, that's going to be just fine. Okay, so there's our dangle down part, okay? And we're going to hook this right onto this. And I'm just going to hook this one onto this ring. I'm not going to use a jump ring to hook it on because I don't think it really needs it right there. Just like that. Close that up real good because you don't want it falling out. Okay, so there's our dangly part. Now, we're going to take all of our little links. So we've got 24 of these and I think 6 of these. Yeah, 6 of these. And we're going to make our Y necklace. Now, the way I'm going to do this is I've got these little 4mm jump rings. I like to hook them together with jump rings. I feel like it makes it lay better and it doesn't get like twisted up and stuff. But it's totally up to you. You do not have to. But I'm going to do 3, a ceramic bead, and 3. Okay? A ceramic bead, 3 more. A ceramic bead, and 3 more. Alright, so that is going to be one side of my Y. Same thing over here. 1, 2, 3, ceramic bead, 3 more, ceramic bead, 3 more, ceramic bead, and 3 more. And then we'll check the length of it. If it needs to be made longer, then I can always make some more of these little links to add to the top. We'll see. But right now, what you need to do is, after you're done with your links, take them and hook them all together. So these first 2 are going to go right here on the Y, but I'm going to do them with a jump ring. Okay? So I'm going to jump ring them right here onto this middle. So let me just, we'll go ahead and do a couple of them. So I'm going to jump ring this guy on right here. And this is going to create our little Y shape. I've been kind of into the Y necklaces lately. I like them. I did 3 from the bargain bead box, the last bargain bead box. And then this one. Okay. So there is our little Y. Okay. See it? YMCA. Okay. Now we're going to hook the rest of these on just together, just like I did there. I'm just going to hook them all together with a little jump ring. Okay, so I'm going to do one whole side and then the other whole side. And you hook yours all together. Make sure that you get your jump rings closed really well. Okay, the way to open a jump ring if you're a new beader, well, it would have been good to show you. Let me use a 12mm. Whoops. That was lovely. Okay, the way to open a jump ring, you take your pliers on either side of the little, see the little cut right here? Let me come in again. Okay, see the little cut right there? So the jump ring has a little slit. That's where it's cut. You want to take your pliers on either side and you open this way. Okay? You do not, so let me put it back. It's kind of hard to do it with this big one, but you do not pull this way out, okay? That's going to mess your jump ring up. So, well, I'm just going to show you. I'm going to waste this one. If you pull out like this, this is what you've got, and it's a big mess. And then when you try to put it back, I mean, it looked like it went back really well there, but it weakens the jump ring, okay? You always want to go front to back, forward, backward, and forward, like this. And then when you close it back up, when you feel the metal rub together, you know you've got it closed really good. See? It's closed back really well. Nothing's going to fall out. Ignore my terrible nails. I know I need to fix them. They've been really weak. I've been taking vitamins for them. But yeah, you always want to open it this way. And then when you put it back, hear the metal. You can feel it and hear it clicking together. Okay? So that's how you open and close a jump ring. Do not pull like that. It will weaken your jump ring. You'll end up with your necklace falling apart. Okay? So go ahead, hook everything together, and come right on back. Okay, so I have all this put together here. And I held it up on me, and it is not as long as I want it to be. I want this one to be much longer than it is right now. It looks like it's about 12 inches, maybe a little longer. Yeah, it's 12 inches exactly of beads. And then we've got a good 2.5 inches, yeah, of the dangle. But I want it to be longer. So I'm going to add 6 more, because when I hold this up on me, it's not nearly as long as I want it to be. So I'm going to add 6 more of these links. I'm going to add 3 per side, and maybe 6 per side, but I'm going to add 3 per side, and then I'm going to hold it up. So go ahead if you want to make yours longer, and add 3 more per side, and then come on back. Okay, so I added 3 more links on each side. So now my total length of my beaded part is 12, about 13, 14.5 inches. Okay, and this is pretty good for me. This is how I like it. So we're going to go ahead and put our toggle on. Okay. Do I want to use these tiny jump rings for the toggle? I think I'm going to get a little bit thicker one out. Yeah, I'm going to get a little bit thicker toggle out. Okay, so I got a little bit thicker jump ring out here. Just, I didn't want to use the real thin one. Sadie is huffing and puffing because there is somebody outside. We tore down our above ground pool, and we're actually putting another one up, and the metal from the above ground pool, the trash here in Florida picks everything up. So like you can put a whole couch out there, you can put a refrigerator out there, they just pick it up. It's amazing. So, but people drive around on, oh, I just lost my jump ring. It just flew. People drive around on Wednesday nights and Thursday mornings before the trash comes and pick up things. Like Chris and I were walking today, and I found the cutest little storage containers that somebody had set out in the trash. So they were perfectly fine. I picked them up. But people drive around, and so some guy's out there, he was picking up all the metal, and Chris went running out the front door to tell him there's more out back if you want it. So I don't know if he's going to take it all or not, but Sadie's having a fit because she knows somebody's out there. All right, so there is our necklace. Pretty, pretty, pretty with our toggle. I'll show you all these at the end on and together so you can see how they go. But there's that. It's a beautiful Y necklace. And now we're going to put together the bracelet. It's so easy, guys. So the bracelet is the same exact thing almost. So we're going to put this ceramic bead in the very middle. I've got the same toggle, so I'm going to grab out 2 more of those jump rings. There we go, the little thicker ones. Okay, so I'm going to do it like this. I'm just going to hook it together, 3 of these on either side, or 4 of these on either side of my ceramic bead. And then I'm going to hook my toggles on the end, and then we'll do our butterflies. So go ahead and hook yours together, And then we'll hook our toggles on the end. Make sure you measure and make you know that it's the right length for you. You may need to remove two or whatever, but you know that's totally dependent upon your wrist. But go ahead and hook everything together and come on back. Okay, so here's my bracelet, and it's pretty much a good fit for me. It's just a tad bit loose, but what I did do is I took out, so I hooked the first ones together with the jump ring on here and a jump ring on here, and then I hooked just them to each other. I had them all hooked together with the jump rings, but it was a little too loose, and honestly, I may take out these two jump rings as well and just hook them together. In fact, I probably will, just because it is still just a little loose. I like toggle bracelets to be snug, not like super tight, you know, to where it's going to be, but I like it snug because then I don't trust toggles very much. I prefer to use lobsters, but I wanted to use the toggle on this one just because I thought it looked pretty, and I don't know, I haven't used the toggle for a while on a bracelet, so anyway, but they tend to fall off. I mean, they just do. I tend to lose them, so if it's a little tighter on me, you know, and I can feel it on there, I might feel if it comes open. That's my thinking with that. And I don't know, maybe that's ridiculous, but that's the way my mind is going. Okay, all you that say you want to be in my mind, you really don't. I have people say that. I'm like, no, you really don't want to be in there. Okay, so that's better. It is very dainty and pretty. And we're going to hook the two butterflies on here on the bottom. And another reason I do this, so to hook, I'm going to hook these, is to look cute because they are really cute. But I also do it because it takes up more room in this little ring. So you've got less chance of your bar coming up open, I think. I don't know. Again, maybe it's just me. But we're going to take the 8mm jump ring, and it can go right through the little butterfly. See that? And then I'm just going to hook it directly onto here. Now you could dangle it down from a jump ring if you want. Well, maybe I will. Let me look here. Yeah, I may dangle it down from one jump ring, just because I think it'll look a little bit better that way. So I'm going to hook it on to here, hook it onto here, close it right up. There's one. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other one. And you could dangle this one. I might do that. Dangle this one from two jump rings. So it just hangs a little bit lower than the first one. Dangles a little bit more. So 1 and 2. And I'm going to hook it right onto the ring. Or you could hook it to the other butterfly if you want, but I'm going to hook it right onto the ring. Okay. And there is a really, really pretty little bracelet. Look at that. Look how dainty, and oh my goodness, that's pretty. That turned out great. We've got our little butterflies dangling down there. That one went through the hole. Get back out there where you belong. There we go. Just really cute. Look at that. Okay, so now we're going to do the earrings super quick. These are so easy. They're almost not worthy of a video. I say that every time I make simple earrings, but they go with our set. So I am going to, what did I do with my little eye pin? Here we go. I'm going to take my eye pin and I'm going to put on my rondelle, my bead cap, my ceramic bead, my bead cap, and my other rondelle. Okay, just like that. Doing the same thing that I've been doing, just making my, bending that as close to the bead as I can get it, trimming just a tad off, whoops, and rolling back, oh my goodness, can't hold on to my pliers, rolling back a loop. Okay, just like that. And then I'm going to take my little butterfly, and just like I did on the bracelet and the other earring, I'm just going to put my butterfly on, just like this. This one I'm just hooking directly to the link, not using a jump ring. And then I want to make sure that my lever back is facing the right way, so this thick part goes in the front. Always, or this thin part goes in the front. I always think it looks like the thick part should go in the front, but the thin part goes in the front. And I always have to open these up wider. I never get them open wide enough the first time. I'm afraid I'm going to break them. That's why. And then I'm going to hang this and just make sure that my butterfly is dangling the way I want it to. If not, you can flip it and hang or close this back up. And there we have our adorable little earrings. So I love this set. I think it turned out so pretty. Gina's beads are just amazing. I'm telling you guys, these treasure bags, the amount of stuff that you get in them is just killer. I mean, you really, it's a great deal. Full strands and tons of them. And she includes some metals, but she focuses mostly on some pendants and charms and stuff. So check out the bag. I will list it in the description box below the video. Again, you have to get on the waiting list if you are on the notification list. If you don't, you're not going to know when she uploads the video announcing these bags, and you're going to miss out because, I mean, they go really, really fast. Like, hundreds of them sell out in a couple hours. So everybody wants them. So I'm just telling you. So check it out, GGC's treasure bag, and I want to thank Gina for sponsoring this video and for the bag, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!